After almost 10 years working in the gig economy, I just found the highest paying gig niche there is, and I can prove it. Yeah, as someone who just helps you make money in different side hustles, been doing this since 2015, let's talk about high-paying gig economy niches. You know, those apps you can get on-demand work, whether it be rideshare, delivery, parcel shopping, grocery, all this stuff. What makes a high-paying gig app or side hustle that's actually worth it? For instance, if I told you, let's say $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $40+ an hour, that is a very high paying niche. But if there's a ton of workload involved, fine, but can we find a gig app that doesn't require the hardest levels of effort, like let's say Dolly, Bungee, different moving platforms where, yeah, you can make $40+ an hour? Because that makes sense. More workload, more pay. But what if I told you there's a gig niche where you don't have to work quite as hard breaking your back and lifting up to 100 pounds like some of those platforms ask you? There is a niche that fits that, and I not only have researched it, I've done it. These are catering platforms, and hang with me, even if you already know about catering platforms like DeliverThat, Zifty, Dlivrd, and more, stay with me here because I have brand new data updated for 2025. First, if you're researching different gig apps, let me be the first to tell you that there's a difference between what these companies advertise and what you actually get in real life, right? If you ever driven on bonus pay, peak pay, surge, prime time zones, whatever, the heat maps, do you actually get more offers and stay busier with the bonus pay? And there's even platforms that might advertise, let's say, the ultimate side hustle, paying $30 an hour. And yes, you can get activated, ask me how I know, here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and never get a single request or a chance to make that $30 an hour. Knowing that, let's vet these catering platforms, the biggest ones in the gig space, the DeliverThat, Zifty, and Dlivrd, and see what they say versus what they're actually paying. For instance, Dlivrd, they say, quote, driver partners tend to average $35 per order over a 30-day period. Keep in mind, that's not $35 per hour. That is $35 per catering offer. And no, they're not going to take an hour to do it. All right, sounds pretty good. Looking at Zifty, they advertise earn an average of $28 per delivery. Again, per delivery, not per hour. That is very good. And for comparison, if you're thinking like, well, $28 per delivery, how good is that really? I mean, think about Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash in the food delivery space. Think about Uber, Lyft in the rideshare space. Think about Instacart, Shipt in the grocery space. Amazon Flex, Roadie in the parcel space. Basically, no one is averaging close to $28 or $30 per offer. My goal for you on food delivery is $7 per offer, because if you wait there and you sit around for like a $15 order, you're going to be waiting all day trying to get a $15 order. It exists, but it's super rare. This is average pay. And lastly, DeliverThat, they say, quote, on average, each delivery pays out between $25 and $35. Again, each delivery. And as you can see, they recently updated their support page. They removed some of that, but this was directly cited from this support page before they updated it. And that's actually even more of a reason to watch this next part of the video. I've driven on Zifty and DeliverThat. I've signed up for and I've gotten activated on Dlivrd. By the way, make sure to do a delivery in the first 60 days or they'll deactivate your Dlivrd driver account. Ask me how I know. Trying to get that moving. But let's take a look at actually all three. I have offers here from each platform to see who pays the most. And again, do they actually pay what they advertise. So I grabbed a bunch of orders from each platform, at least the ones that I'm currently activated on, DeliverThat and Zifty. I want to compare things like obviously the overall pay, but the measure of vehicle efficiency, the pay per mile. And since these are one-off orders here, I want to measure the pay per minutes as well. Just look at a single offer first. This is from DeliverThat, and this is one that I actually accepted, completed. I'll leave that video linked above if you want to watch the actual shift here. $29 on a single offer, quoted to take 1.2 miles. That's pretty much correct. You can see the pickup destination and the drop off. It's not far, again, here in Pittsburgh. Quoted to take about 7 minutes. Here's one a little lower, so keep that in mind here. $20, 0.4 miles. Quoted to take 4 minutes. Now, obviously, it's not from your current destination to the pickup, so it's not actually 4 minutes. And I will say, it's 4 minutes if you like start the pickup, you swipe start pickup, you walk into the restaurant, it's ready, you get in your car and you go deliver. It's all super seamless. I found these estimated times, it's quoted to be a little bit faster than it actually is on DeliverThat. It's not going to take you 4 minutes from pickup to drop off, frankly, even if everything goes super smoothly. But still, look at that margin. Let's look at Zifty. Here's a Zifty, again, one that I've done here, $34.36, quoted at 0.6 miles. And you can see the estimated time here. It's starting at 10:49 quoted, ending at estimated 11:15 a.m. for $34. Also gives you a good comparison of the actual offer cards. For instance, if you didn't notice, DeliverThat actually shows you the exact address of the starting and ending destination versus Zifty, it'll say pick up near here. And you can see that with a kind of like delivery radius bubble there. Deliver near here. I found that's not too much of a big deal. I wouldn't really worry about that. You can zoom in on the offer card on Zifty and that delivery radius, it's close enough. It's not going to cost you a lot of time delivering anywhere in that delivery circle. Back to the offers though, I selected just 10 randomly that I had screenshots of both platforms. And we're going to rank both as mentioned, basically on the highest pay per mile and then the highest pay per minutes. And I want to see if there's any trend, again, of who pays more. And then at the end of the video here shortly, I want to go over challenges specifically as well if you try catering platforms. Here's the order that I found first in a highest pay per mile. And some of these, since I just went over a few of these with you, like 0.4 miles, 1.1 miles, 1.2, and the pay is extraordinary. If we're real here, the pay per mile is ridiculous. I mean, at least as far as what it would trend towards. That's the pay divided by the mileage here. $50 a mile. I mean, come on, $40 a mile, $24 a mile. All that's telling you is the margin, the pay per mile on catering is, yes, exceptional when it comes to that margin. But that's not all offers here. Look at the very last offer from DeliverThat. It was $7, quoted 9.7 miles, quoted for 12 minutes. So that one, it's not even on par with food delivery. It's worse than food delivery and just worse in general, as it's under $1 a mile. It's 72 cents paid out per mile. My goal for you is $1.75 paid out per mile, $2 to $3 plus. So if you're hitting numbers like this, $17, $10 plus, $20 a mile, you can see why catering starts to be very attractive. And here's the actual rankings here. The top 3 were DeliverThat for the highest paying per mile, but they also had the worst payout per mile, at least in this example set that I had. Now let's reorder this slightly. Now looking at the payouts per minute. Now, obviously a little caveat here, if it's gonna have a high pay in general, and it's gonna be short on mileage, you would think it would be better on the pay per minute anyway, because it's not going to take a lot of time to drive 0.4 miles versus an offer that is 7 miles or something like that. So this is very simple knowing that, but it did move around a little bit. Top 3, still those huge offers from DeliverThat. We have a mix in of Zifty here as well, but we do have that one that was super low paying out per mile. It did shift up from the last spot, and Zifty in this case had the lowest payout per minute of 51 cents per minute. So which is the best catering platform? Remember, there's 3 here, Dlivrd. So let's look at an actual Dlivrd catering offer here from their platform, also from 2025 here, the most recent version of their app. Look at the actual open orders screen or offer card here. Let me know if you like this better or worse than the other 3 platforms. Earnings, $60. We have the actual addresses for the pickup and drop off. Obviously, we're redacting the addresses fully here, but mileage 3.68 miles. So this one would be $16.30 per mile, 28 minutes quoted here for the actual delivery, and then paying a very strong $2.14 per minute. So the point is here, we have now looked at 11 total offers from DeliverThat, Zifty, and Dlivrd. And we've seen for the most part, it is paying out exceptionally well. And yes, it's paying what they're advertising here, like $20, $25 plus per offer. And it's not really going to take you a lot of time more than food delivery. But what about challenges and considerations? This is also something I learned after driving for DeliverThat and Zifty. The biggest thing that I've been saying about catering platforms, and I really like catering, I think this is one of the best opportunities for you in 2025. I just started getting activated. Not a lot of people know about these catering platforms. And frankly, even with videos like this, still, it's not going to be like, think about it, the 7 million, 8 million users on DoorDash and Uber. So I still think, even with videos like this, thank you for watching, consider subscribing, join our free newsletter. It's linked down below. We got a new gig tool for you coming soon. You're going to want to sign up for that. But I am just a little concerned for you of the order volume. You can sign up for all 3, and I encourage you to look at local and regional options as well. You're just not gonna have the volume as many offers on catering as really any other niche. Well, most other niches, I should say. And if you're in a small or even like a small medium marketplace, still, you're gonna have even less order volume. You should still sign up. Now, some platforms like DeliverThat, you do have to pay for their motor vehicle reports. There, it's going to be up to you personally, because I know the objection is going to be, why do I have to pay for a motor vehicle report? Yes, it does limit some drivers who aren't really serious about it. Sure, that would help you if you're interested in this. It's a business expense. It's not going to do a lot for your tax liabilities, but it is a business expense. Think about that. And frankly, it's a one-time purchase. Like, don't spend the food when you're out for Wendy's when you're driving. Save the one purchase and you could just pay for the motor vehicle report. Yes, I know you don't love paying for it, but if you could get access to some of the orders like this, then think about if that's worth it for you. Going back to the smaller marketplace though, if you are in a smaller marketplace, think about really if that's worth it for you. Because catering, it's gonna come from what? Who's ordering catering? It's going to be meetings, lunch and learn trainings, just, trainings in general, like company stuff. And if you don't have any of that in your marketplace, like I don't really have any corporate offices. Don't forget about the business parks though, like smaller businesses, still they might get catering for trainings. If you're just in a suburban area, maybe parties, events, stuff like that. So there's still opportunities there. That's challenge number 1. You're gonna have to weigh the pros and cons of volume. Number 2 though, and this is a concern, a real concern, the competition. And I told you, still, not everyone knows about these catering platforms. But even so, here in Pittsburgh, for example, you can let me know in the comments if you've driven on these platforms and if you've seen the same thing. Good offers can go almost instantly. I've seen on Zifty a $100+ offer. It disappeared so fast I couldn't even see the mileage on it, but it was like, I think $111. Incredible. If that was anywhere low mileage-wise, that would have been one of the best orders, frankly, would have taken all year. It's fantastic. I don't want you to be necessarily scared away just because of competition. Like, don't count yourself out of the game before you even try. At least download all 3, give it a go. Because the offers that I've done on at least 2 out of 3 of those platforms, it is easy. It is pretty straightforward. Yes, you gotta set it up like banquet style. So, you have like the catering trays. One, I did have the rack and like the sternos. I'll leave that shift linked for you as well. Figure out, know how to set up sternos and stuff. But other than that, super straightforward. Probably the highest margined gig niche I've done since I started in 2015. I think catering is, we could call it the best filler app there is. I teach you that. A filler app fills in the rest of your shift. So if you could grab one of these, like a day, maybe, but at least one a week if you can, stellar. All the while, I continue to try, vet, and research these platforms so you can ride the wave of the highest paying niche until we continue to discover new apps, new niches. Current apps and niches change as well.